What's up racers, RacerBeast here and welcome back to another CSR2 video. Now I'm here with the Zenvo TSR-S and in this video we are going to have a look at a good live racing setup for this car. Now before we get on with the video, currently there is a duality event going on and this car is one of the eligible lock-in options in that duality event. Okay, so if you have the TSR-S, you may consider using this in the duality event. Now if you don't have the TSR-S, another eligible lock-in option is the TS1 GT. This one is actually available for a 20% drop rate on the gold crates, so feel free to check it out. Okay, now when it comes to the topic of live racing, both these Zenvos are good at live racing, but in my opinion the TSR-S is slightly better than the TS1 GT. This is a super low performance point high evo car and it is a great live racer. As I said before, I have tested this in a few lobbies and it has done really well for me. Also this car has a great design in my opinion. So without further ado, let's have a look at the live racing setup. Let's have a look at the upgrades that I have. Now I have engine at stage 3, turbo at stage 3, intake at stage 1, nitrous at stage 3, body at stage 5, tires at stage 5 and transmission at stage 5 as well. Okay, so this gives me a performance point of 673 and evo point of 1895. This is a low performance point high evo setup. Now as I always mentioned in my previous videos, having a low pp high evo setup gives you significant advantage in lobby matchmaking. Quite often you will get placed into lobbies where your opponents are running much slower than you, and as long as you control your runs, as long as you don't go all out, you will still get those wins and not get bumped up that easily. Okay, so with that being said, let's have a look at the tuning for this setup. Now keep in mind, as far as the tuning goes, your tuning might be slightly different than mine depending upon what fusions you have, but this is just to give you a baseline. Okay, so for me, nitrous all the way to the right, final drive at 2.41 and tire pressure at 10 psi. So this gives me a dyno of 9.902. Now I am aiming for a 9.9 lobby, but keep in mind I have a low performance point high evo setup, so there are good chances that I can get placed into a much slower lobby as well, where I have an advantage over my opponents. So this is the live racing setup, guys. Now before we get into the actual live races, let's do a test run with the Zenvo, and I will also show you the shift pattern for this car at this setup. Here we go. Okay, so let's see what we ran there. We ran a 9.709 with a dyno of 9.902. so this car is definitely beating dyno, and by a good amount, by almost 0.2 of a second. So even if you are capable of beating dyno, keep in mind you have a low performance point high evo setup, so you anyways have a lobby advantage. Okay, so you don't need to go all out, you definitely don't need to beat dyno in live races. Instead you should try and control your runs and try to go as slow as you can, okay, and still get those wins, otherwise you may risk getting bumped up. So this is the live racing setup, guys. Hope it helps you. Now let's have a look at few live races with the Zenvo, but I'm going to stop my commentary. Enjoy the live races, guys. This is RacerBeast signing off. See you in another video. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got